absolutely filthy.
What's going on, guys? We're out here with Bikey McBikeface, and today we're going to do some motorcycle maintenance. So I haven't shown Bikey McBikeface, a lot of love. But we're going to clean the chain. The chain is absolutely atrocious. We're going to clean it up. We're going to give it some protection that's long lasting, and we're going to be using the Muc Off products. Let me just show you the products, and then we'll get into cleaning. We're going to be using Muc Off products. Muc Off have been around for a long time. Okay, they're like a one-stop shop for all your motorcycle needs. So we're going to restore the health as best we can. That's why we're going to use Drive Chain. It's an all-purpose cleaner. We're going to spray that on first, get it into the deep clean of we're going to deep clean the chain essentially, and we're going to let it sit on there for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to agitate it and try and get it looking spick and spec. So after using the Drive Chain, we're going to be using a little bit of MO94 just to disperse any moisture and water out from the chain. And then we've got some all-weather chain lube. I think this chain lube is going to probably be your best bet when it comes to saving some money. You don't know which one to get. You want one, if you're like me, that I live in Victoria, so we've got 4 seasons in one day. It's raining, sunny, raining, sunny. All right, get the all-weather chain lube. A little tip is, if you don't have any, microfibers, just go down to your local trade store and you'll be able to pick up like 3 for $9, okay? It's a bit better than buying it from your motorcycle retailer who will charge $20, okay? So save some money, go to your local trade store where all the builders go and get some microfibers from there. I want to show you how atrocious this chain looks. So as you can see, it looks pretty damn rusty. Okay, pretty damn rusty, but we're going to clean it right up. As you can see, there's a mud guard here. I'm going to actually take this off just to give us better access to the chain. So I'm pretty sure there's an Allen key, these are Allen key bolts. We're just going to take it off. There should be a Allen key stored in the motorcycle itself. Tools that come with your motorcycle. So to access that, you get your motorcycle key, and right here on the CF MOTO 300 SR, there's a little spot to put your key. All right, I got it off. As you can see, it's where some of the stuff is, but on the bottom of here is an Allen key. So we're going to grab that Allen key and we're going to take off the mudguard. So we've got the Allen key from the bottom of the seat and it's a perfect fit, okay? So we're just going to take this off. And we're just going to go around to the other side. This should come right off. As you can see with this mud guard. There's a bolt right in there, touching it. So we just need to take that bolt off and this thing should come right off. Remove the bolt from under there. I was holding the last thing that was holding the mud guard in. I just used this little shifter, as you can see. Now the mud guard, I can take it out. I have better access to the chain. Absolutely filthy. Filthy, filthy, filthy. But now we can actually get started in cleaning the chain. All right, this is just gonna make it a lot easier. It's a little bit fiddly to get the mud guard off, but once you've got it off, it's easy breezy from here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to use is the Drive Chain. Just give it a deep clean, okay? We're going to spray it all along the chain, and then we're going to leave it for a couple minutes, let it soak in, get all the grime out. Just going to spray it all along the chain and this sprocket right here, and we're just going to let it sit So what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to hold the microfiber just behind the chain, just so I don't get it anywhere on the tire that I don't want it. Just try and get this product on the chain and the chain sprocket, and you should be fine. So we've just spread it on half the chain. We are going to actually do it the next part like ghetto style. So don't actually have a rear wheel stand to put the back wheel up and freely move the chain around. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a ghetto style. So what that means is we're just going to move it a couple of steps, right? Get the chain to move around about halfway, and then we're going to spray the other half of the chain. Alright, so once we moved it, we're just going to spray the other half of the chain, and that's why we call it ghetto style. Okay, a little bit of manual labor, but that's alright, we can deal with that. So I'm just going to move it back to where it was. We're going to let it sit for a couple minutes. Maybe I'll grab a coffee, we'll come back, and then we're going to start to brush it and clean it. Okay, I just want the product to soak into the chain and all the crevices and let it sort of work and do its magic. Alright, so I'll put it back. Alright. When we come back, we'll agitate it, we'll give it a bit of a brush, and then we will move on to the next step, which will be just dispersing any water that's stuck in the kinks of the chain that we can't see. So now we're going to use the brush that Muc Off have, and yeah, it just sort of allows us to get in there. All right, so you put it like alongside, okay, and that way we can get both sides of the chain. But yeah, just give it a clean, go over the whole chain. Absolutely filthy. Again, we're going to move it ghetto style, and we're going to clean the other half of that chain. Alright, so it might take you a few times of moving it around to clean the whole chain to how you like it, okay? Now, I'm a little bit hot now, but hey, a little bit of hard work didn't kill anyone. We've just used the drive chain that Muc Off have. We've sprayed it on, we've left it on for a couple minutes, we've used a brush, cleaned the whole chain, cleaned all around it, try to get as much rust and crap off it as possible. I'm going to use the hose. I'm going to hose down my chain, make sure I get all the products that I've used off and all the other crap that's come out of the chain. Alright, so we've given it a nice hose down now, and I'm just gonna hop inside, have another cup of tea, and let it sort of like air dry for a bit. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna spray it with the MO94. What that's gonna do, that's gonna help disperse a lot of the water that's still stuck in the crevices before we apply the chain lube at the end. Now, it's already looking way better. Absolutely looking awesome. So I've just had my coffee. I'm gonna have a look at the chain, see how dry it is. Over it with a rag, and I've, tapping it. There's not much water coming off now. As you can see, this part of my hand's pretty clean. Touch it, no grime or grease coming onto my hand. Okay, so that's just showing that it's super clean. A lot of the gunk and the crap has come off it, and we can get going on spraying it with the MO94 just to disperse the rest of the water that might still be on the chain. MO94 is what we're using. So we're just gonna hit the chain. Okay. Hit the outside of his links. Whoops. Tie. And I'm just going to repeat this process till we get around the whole chain. So I've pretty much gone across the whole chain now with the MO94, dispersed as much of the water out of the chain as I can. We're going to let this dry again. I'm going to move it back to where it was, and then we're going to hit it with the all-weather chain lube. I'm just going to leave it here for a second. I'm going to finish my coffee, then we'll get on to lubing the. Whew. Alright. Just moved the motorbike back to where it was. I've actually, after using the MO94, it's actually spick and spank now, fucking pristine. I'm gonna actually show you now, hopefully you can see, but it's a lot better than what it was. That's cleaned it up really good. After using the MO94, dispersed a lot of the other gunk and everything that was in it, cleaned the rest of it with my rag. The MO94, beautiful. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna leave it for a second. I'm gonna finish the rest of my coffee, then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna lube the chain. So I'm gonna move it around ghetto style and make sure we're covering the whole chain. I'm really gonna be focusing. Putting the oil on the bottom side of the chain, on the top of the bottom side, and as well just putting some around the sprocket here. So I might decide also to put some on top. Just gonna make sure that you cover really the whole chain. So I'm just gonna use the all-weather chain lube here, and I'm gonna use this extension just so I have a little bit more accuracy, because knowing me, I'm a bit of a potato, probably get it everywhere. Okay, so make sure you put your microfiber behind the chain, and we're just going to run it along, and I'm going to lube it. Oops. Alright, so I finally finished putting the all-weather lube on. The great thing about the Muc Off products is that they must be all like, well, I know the protection barrier one, that's like UV, it's got UV sort of stuff in it, but the all-weather chain lube as well seems to have some sort of dye in it. You can see where I've hit my chain. Hopefully you can see it. It looks a bit like purple. Okay, well from where I can see, you know, it looks pink or purple. Okay. So that dye that's in it, you know, you can see where on the chain that you've hit. If you missed a few spots, you know, you can just touch it up. And, you know, I think that's a really key thing for new motorcycle riders is having that little dye in it, just to show you where you've sprayed it all on the chain. Make sure you've got it all covered. And yeah, these Muc Off products so far have made it look pristine. You know, the chain was black before. Hopefully you could see that, but now it's silver. Actually looks like a chain, and it's going to run a lot smoother and, you know, prolong the life of your chain. So go out there, you know, clean your motorcycle chain. You know, I know it's not the most, you know, the most exciting thing that you want to be doing on your motorcycle, but maintenance is all a part of it. You know, if you want to stay safe on the roads, take care of your motorcycle and it'll take care of you. I'm gonna go put the mud guard back on now, and yeah. Alright, so we've got the back mud guard back on. As you can see, it's back on here. It was a bit hard to get that back bolt back on, but, you know, 10-15 minutes, I was just sitting there, finally got it back on. What we're going to do is I'm just going to put the back seat back on. Finally the back seat's back on. Little bit of wiggling, and finally got that back on. But yeah, that's pretty much what it takes to maintain your chain on a CF MOTO 300 SR, the 2021 model. And yeah, I can't wait to do a few more things on it. I got to change to oil soon, so there'll be another video coming. But yeah, hope you guys like that video. Muc Off, they have amazing products. So if you're trying to find a product, they're the ones that I would go for, just because they got such a wide range for any sort of issue that you need. Anyway, thanks guys for sticking around, and I'll catch you in the next one.